Hey, it's a podcast.
Woo,
Hey, everybody. That's
woo!
right. This is an interseason. This is a D-sides.
A
That's right. This
D-side?
is a D-sides with two very special guests. To my right, I have one, Holly Baker.
I'm on your left.
You
That's
are?
right. You sure are.
Oh, he does this all the time. I am always been on his left.
I know.
I'm really
You would
glad I
never
get to
know
confuse
that
new people.
if you listen to
It's
the
okay.
thing.
I mix up my lefts and rights too. It's all right.
There you go.
It's okay. Just admit it.
And even further to my left, almost behind me, is one, Rachel Baker.
Hello.
Hello. And
Hello.
finally, sitting right directly in front of Rachel is one, Rowan Collins.
We're all in a line behind
We're in
you.
a line. Yep.
It's
Rachel, your breath is down my neck. What the heck?
Hey, bro.
Hey.
but anyways,
But
a brand new adventure for us to go on. Are we excited?
yes.
Well, then I guess it's time. Hit that music. So one of those red buttons is actually the music. Try,
really?
Try one of them and see what happens. Yeah, we did it.
Welcome to Polaris University. In a world where dreams mean everything, magic is what keeps the dream alive. We'll fly above expectations. We'll make Polaris proud. Make Polaris proud. There's nothing left to prove. We'll bleed purple for all of you.
Well, everybody, hello. So, Althea, the
Althea.
beautiful world that we live in, that we've seen before. Once again, we find ourselves up here in the air looking down on this place. Wow, it's been a while since we've been up here. Nice to see you again. We're looking down at this beautiful landscape surrounded by oceans. And this time we're going to go to a different place. We're not going to go to Voldane. No, we're crossing over into Polaris. Polaris to the southeast of Voldane, a brand new place to explore. Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful place. It's such a wonderful place. You wouldn't even know there are things that are going on inside that aren't great. You'd think, wow, what a crazy place. What an insane place. This is a hotbed of magical activity and has been for centuries. Tied to the very identity and culture of Polarans is magic. The land is marked by experiments of the past gone awry, and thus many challenges that Polaris has, such as a lack of arable land and perhaps a lack of resources, and maybe fish don't get very close, making fishing difficult, is pretty well mostly due to past experiments gone poorly. In fact, this is no more clear than in the very capital, the center of Polaris, which is the city of Eidolon, the twin city of Eidolon. This city is on both the east coast and the west coast of Polaris, and it's called the Twin Cities because many thousands of years ago, a experiment was done to try and get the city to be lifted into the sky.
Ooh.
It went horrifically wrong, and instead of lifting up the whole city, it sent half the city to another side of the whole continent.
Oh, gosh.
Did this kill people?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because it did not break cleanly. It was not a split in half. It was more of a checkerboard type situation where all that was left in the wake of where these things left were tears in the very fabric of space. Thankfully, no one was too terribly harmed. Just a lot of people were displaced. But on the plus side, those space-time tears are perfect teleportation. And so the city rebuilt around these places, and now it's just simply a part of the public transit. You can start on one side of East Eidolon, take a little subway, and wind up in West Eidolon with no problem at all. And if that doesn't encapsulate the spirit of Polarans, one of flexibility and of constant flux and change, I don't know what can.
Really, truly, I love it here.
That's really
This is
neat.
fantastic.
That's really cool.
Most of the citizens are able to do a touch of magic, a simple prestidigitation, and that's where most people get to. You can think of it almost like a driver's license, because if you want to practice magic in Polaris, you do need to have a magic license. that you can apply for once you become of age. It can show some magic aptitude. Again, most people here can cast Prestidigitation, but for those who want to delve deeper into the magical arts, for those who want to know a little more, look no further than the bastion of higher learning and education that is Polaris University.
Woo! The stinkers.
What?
The stinkers.
The stinkers?
PU.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
And you're not even our athlete.
You're not even
You just
our
named the
athlete.
team.
That's right. Immediately coming in
Oh,
with the
boy.
derogatory name that all the other universities in Althea call them, Polaris University stands tall. And Polaris University is on the western shores of Eidolon. The eastern shores of Eidolon has its own university, but it is the military academy that is tied to the Citadel, which is tied to the Council of War. The other half of that coin, the Council of Knowledge, is based here in Polaris University. And I can't wait to find out more about this wonderful institution as we build it together.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
So to start off, it's the first day. And on our first day, it's orientation. But before you get to all the orientation activities, all students come in, have a meeting with their advisor.
Mhm.
And so can I have everyone here roll me a d12? First roll of the game.
A 6.
Also a 6. 7.
Oh, I see who gets to go first.
Let's go.
So Rachel,
Yes.
we're here at Polaris University. And I want a detail about Polaris. And I think what I'm going to ask you is I want to know, what is the general surrounding of Polaris University? Is it smack dab in the center of the city? Is it off kind of to the side, so kind of like in a suburb? Or is it a bit of a trek away from the city proper to actually get to Polaris? What's around the university?
It is connected to the city, but
Nice.
it's only connected to the city by a giant bridge
Oh,
Ooh.
and otherwise is surrounded by water.
Ooh, okay. Giant bridge that comes to it. Off a little island that is connected to Polaris. And I think because it's magical, it's like obnoxiously long of a walk
Oh
to
yeah,
get there.
it's a labyrinth.
It's a
Yeah.
bit of a labyrinth. The bridge kind of changes directions a few times too, just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's the whole thing. Nice.
There's also a loop-de-loop you have to go through.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've talked about getting rid of that for a while, but at this point, it's kind of a rite of passage to
Right.
get
Well,
through.
I mean, they have the pro loops and the anti loops, and
It's true.
Yeah.
it's messy.
It's true. And so, Rachel, your character. Tell us a little bit about your character.
My character, okay. My character is Hickory Doc. He's a son of noblemen, and he is a giant fawn. I would call him a dire fawn, even.
Ooh.
A fawn with giant lineage, which puts him over 7 feet tall,
Wow.
which is a little tall for a fawn.
We have to have one character in each of these seasons that's just
It's very
obnoxiously
Just like a
tall.
tall,
Just
yeah,
very
tall
large.
boy.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. And because he's a fawn, he's also an athlete. So he's not just tall, he's also really broad and strong. But not muscly, just broad.
Just broad, not
broad.
obnoxiously strong.
No. He's also teal colored
Mm.
with like navy hair that really needed to be cut like a few months ago. But he likes to keep it long because his horns are really small. They're like normal sized horns
Oh my god.
for a fawn.
I love
but
that.
He's not normal sized and they just never got any big.
You got micro
So
horns.
cute.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of an insecurity for a lot of young fawns out there.
It
So
makes
it's very
perfect
understandable.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably
Somewhere
just
in
kinda hides
Althea,
it.
Still growing.
somebody.
He's waiting on his
somebody would-
growth spurt.
Yeah.
His horns are. He's a grower, not a shower, when it comes to the horns.
Yeah,
You know
It'll
what I mean?
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for that. He is hooved, but he wears some sick kicks.
Sick kicks.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
What do kicks look like for a fawn?
They're arcane kicks.
Oh.
Ooh.
So they're magic, so they can look like anything I want.
What do they
Okay.
look like?
Which means normal shoes with like a lightning bolt on the side.
Yes.
nice. There you go.
They're not
Colors.
light up. I thought about it, but
So, Hickory,
yeah.
it's your first day, and you stand outside the office of your advisor, which happens to be Professor Foswald.
Foswald.
You know that he is a professor who specifically researches magitech, which is the application of magic and technology.
That's awesome.
So, Hickory, how are you feeling as you're approaching this first meeting?
Absolutely calm.
Nice.
I knew I was going to be here. I'm not a first year.
There you go.
Oh,
Exactly
no.
right. You are in front of this. You knock on the door. You hear a, come in, come in.
Hey, Foswald.
Hello, Hickory. You see inside this very simple office, right? Not too adorned, is an older fawn individual wearing the robes of a Polaris professor. He's rather aged along in years, but he's got a little glint in his eye as he sees you, and he says, Hickory, come on in, come in.
You didn't get me a new chair.
No, it's not in the budget.
Oh,
Not in the budget
man.
for a new chair. I'm really sorry about that, but you know how these things go, Hickory. You know how these
No,
things
I
go.
get anything I want.
Yes, we know. We know. We don't have to go through the normal rigmarole. They send me the athletes to advise because I know who to talk to get you where you need to go. So don't you even worry about it.
Great.
Don't you
So
even worry.
can I leave or?
Well, before you go, we have to ask the usual question I ask all of my students. So, and again, because you're an athlete, I'll make sure to ask this to everybody. If the sports thing doesn't work out, what's your backup plan?
Well, if the sports thing doesn't work out, I will just find a new sport.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, what if we can find a new sport?
Oh no. Well, I don't have to do anything important because I'm, the younger son. So I can do whatever I want. Maybe I'll invent a sport.
You take on a bit of a desk job for an athlete. I guess that is possible.
Desk job.
Well, yes, you wouldn't be able to play the sport. Follow me on this hypothetical, shall you? Let's say you can't, both your knees leave your body.
Oh my God.
You can't kick anything. You can't play sports.
This is my
anymore.
nightmare.
Yes, let's say this comes true. What is your backup plan? Have you thought about it at all?
Oh my God. I wouldn't have my kicks.
No, you wouldn't have your kicks.
I couldn't use my longboard.
You couldn't use your longboard.
Why are you doing this to me on the first day of school?
Well, because I'm trying to prepare you. My job is to prepare you for your future. And hopefully that future is bringing home the championship for Polaris University, which hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, I wasn't captain before.
That's true. That's true. We have big play. You feeling good about this season?
Yes.
Good. This year, the first game of the season is against Voldane University.
What?
Well, yeah. Have you not gotten the schedule yet? The first game of the season is against Voldane University.
Oh.
Big rivals.
Oh, yeah. I was not aware.
Oh, boy.
I need to contact some people.
Hickory, if you're the captain, you got to stay up on these things, all right? You really do.
I just got here. There's a Frisbee game outside I was pulled out of. I'm busy.
I understand. You have to keep up appearances. It's very important that we win. I have a good feeling this year that this is the year we're going to take it home. Because after all, not that I'm big into the stats, but for the last 3 times that we've hosted Voldane University here on the first game of the season on an odd-numbered year, we've lost that game.
Wow. I know the stats as well as everybody else on my team.
Of course. So I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you these well-known, well-documented things. But I'm just letting you know that this year we're trying to break the curse.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Nor will I. But
Good.
hey, listen, as long as I'm around, you don't have to worry about your school. You just keep doing it. You just keep bringing us the wins, okay? We
I
got real
sure
close
will.
last year.
You don't need to ask me anything else about my future or any magic ever.
Yes, of course. Well, Hickory, you get back to your Frisbee game. I'll handle the paperwork. We'll meet again next month. And good luck this year, all right?
You got the check from my mom, right?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
bye. Goodbye.
Hickory, you leave. And both of my other characters rolled the same number. So I think in deference of seniority, I think I will save Rowan for last. And
Sure.
so, Holly, tell us about your character.
Yeah, so my character's name is Lorraine Tucker. She goes by Rainy with her friends and peers. She is classically a lore-born wizard. Just makes sense for our setting. And for her ancestry, she's a mixed ancestry. So she's what I'm calling a half-Pari. She is a halfling and Katari. She is small and sturdy and flat-footed with the stature of a halfling, but otherwise her features are all primarily Qatari. She's got soft gray fur and ears that are kind of tilted down at her tips, like folded cat ears. And she's got whiskers and sharp green slit pupiled eyes. She has a spiky, somewhat messy tuft of hair that she's kind of haphazardly tossed some barrettes or bows into to kind of maybe try to give the illusion that she's tried to do something with her appearance, but she's too busy to spend too much time on it because once again, lore-born wizard, she's busy. She's here to study. She's here to do a good job and to work hard while she's here, and she's very serious about that.
You are very serious about that. And because you are also a student, that means that this is also the time for you to meet your advisor.
Yeah.
And before I forget, though, I need an answer about the university.
Mhm.
So I'm curious, how many buildings does the university purport? Is it many different buildings kind of all spread around the small island? Is it basically one giant building? What's the spread?
I picture that there's maybe 3 primary towers that have some different sections going up and then some bridges that connect these 3 towers. So it's primarily a very vertical campus. And it gives a lot of space for any of its students and faculty that can fly as well. So it's it's
Ooh.
pedestrian friendly and also flying friendly.
Pedestrian friendly is so important nowadays.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It's got a really kind of classic university academic feel. So it's really leaned into the more ancient architecture
Yeah.
of some of the surrounding cities as well.
Nice. Walking through hallways that echo your footsteps, and you happen to be advised by none other than Professor Delilah Tomez,
Oh.
head of resource rejuvenation and development, a very busy woman.
Mm.
As you are sitting in her office, you see that she is actually not there. You got there on time, and it is about 5 minutes past when the door opens, and you hear Delilah strut in, and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Rainey. I'm so sorry. I'm late again. Oh my goodness." She like plops down and says,
No, it's okay. Do what you got to do. And Rainey will be. She had both a package on one knee that she was kind of precariously balancing while she was sitting on a chair, and then also sorting through her flashcards. Just kind of juggling things, and the door opening scared her a little bit, so she kind of is kind of gathering those things back up.
hard at your studies. It's good. That's good. Listen, Rainey, you know how much I appreciate all the help that you were last year. And this year, I'm assuming you're going to be just as much help. You're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, I'm still on a work study program, so I've got I think 5 jobs.
Yes.
It's work.
Oh,
It's fine.
boy.
It's fine.
No.
I'm making it work.
You're making it work. You're
Yeah,
making
yeah,
it
yeah.
work so well. And
Yeah.
all the extra work that you're doing for me, I just so appreciate it.
Yeah. Because I TA one of your classes, and it was really good last year, so
It
I was
was,
hoping I
yeah.
could do that again.
Of course, absolutely. You will absolutely be a TA for a few of my classes. You know, I love it. And I know that you've sent me a few messages. I haven't. I'm so sorry. I've been so scatterbrained.
Everything okay?
Oh, just a little bit of family business here and there. I have to go do some traveling. Nothing to worry about, you know. And you want to major and focus on? Remind me one more time.
I was hoping to eventually go into the Novosite research program.
Yes, that's right. Novosite research. Yes, big.
I know it's competitive.
Very much so. It is such a burgeoning field. You know, a lot of our younger students want to go into it. Big technological revolution. I think that you're well on your way to getting there for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be a third year, so I'm hoping. I've proven myself. I'm hoping we can make it work.
And I think we can. I'll definitely talk to the right people who I need to talk to. And
It's been a few years. Is there something I can do to improve? Is there?
truly at this point, really, you know, some other students, you know, they have different connections and, you know, things fill up quickly. But this year is going to be your year. I'm so sure of it. I have a package that I need delivered
Okay.
downstairs to Professor Bellor. Can you handle that for me as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rainey. Oh, I'm going to be away for a little while, have a little more traveling to do, some more family business. So I'll probably be out of touch the rest of this week, but you just keep it up. If anything comes through, you know what to do. You can handle it, I'm sure. Did you have any other questions?
No, that's fine. I think everything's good. When did you want me to jump in with your first class?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Don't mind. Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can do that.
Wonderful.
8 a.m.
Thank you so
tomorrow, right?
much. 8 a.m. tomorrow,
Okay.
bright and early.
Awesome. We got it.
Quite sharp.
So I think Rainey will be gathering up her things and heading out of the room. And I think as soon as the door closes behind her, she'll just take a deep breath and be like, She's not very helpful.
You hear the sound from inside since you're right next to the door. You can hear the sound of like a cork popping. Filling a goblet. It's just heavy sighs.
She just like marches off. She like we've noticed that her demeanor was obviously very gentle in the room, and now she's just in a full like stomping down the hallway, just fully upset.
Stompy little cat.
Stompy little cat.
Yeah, flat-footed, just stomping down, just mad.
Rainey, as you stomp down the hall, we flash cut over to our last and not least character of this story here. Rowan, tell us about your little character.
So this time I am playing a fairy named Vivi Prism. Prism, the last name, which should be familiar to those who have heard the other ones, as she is the sister of one Cerulean Prism. Similarly, they are both fairies with big old feathery antennae on the top of their heads and little fluffy tufts around their necks. But very dissimilarly is instead of like a Luna moth, where Cerulean is kind of based and he's very small, Vivi is a very tall fairy, about 5'6". She's bright pink and yellow. Think more of a rosy maple moth. And she's got a kind of scantily drag. She's well tailored. Everything is fitting very well. And if she were to move too much the wrong way, something might slip, but she never does. She never does.
She is composed.
She is composed. She is composed. She's also got like very long striped yellow and white socks on her feet that go all the way up to like her thighs.
Nice.
Yep. She's got like beautiful yellow hair too.
Beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. Short, asymmetrical, all that good stuff.
And I'm curious, Rowan, what's the new thing on campus this year?
We've got Tamagotchis this year.
Tamagotchis.
Tamagotchis.
Is that trademark?
That's trademark.
Can we say that
we
even?
can't say that. They're
Who owns
Gamatachis.
Gamatachis?
We got Gamatachis.
We got
at this
Gamatachis in this school. Essentially, as a newfangled toy that people typically have as a little symbol of wealth. There's like an egg-shaped, I guess, arcanotech item that has trapped in it what looks like a tiny little familiar. And everybody's got one of these. And they take real magic, actually.
And that's why it caught really big in Polaris, because a lot of people at Polaris have a kind of base level of magic. And so incredible. So you have, does Vivi have a Gamatachi?
Vivi does have a Gamatachi. It is bright pink. It is the third one that she's gotten. And this one looks like a little flower creature.
Aw, a little flower creature.
Yep. And it's beeping, and she has been ignoring it for like the last 2 seconds because she's in a conversation with somebody else at the school.
Oh, nice. Who are you talking to right now?
She's talking to another person from the sports team, this guy named Brad.
Brad from the Stinkers.
Brad from the Stinkers, yeah.
My cool Magic University is not the Stinkers. It's not the Stinkers.
It's just what they call colloquially.
That's
It's the
colloquial.
Stink-
The Stinkers.
It's called
Yeah,
colloquial the Stinkers.
Oh my God. So Brad from okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's why I think we're gonna do good this year, because we're definitely gonna be Eidolon Eats this year for sure.
Of course, yeah. And more importantly, have you noticed any kind of romantic relationships blooming between anybody else on your team and anyone?
What?
Does anybody like anybody?
Well, Cindy's got a fat ass, so I'm hoping to hit that this year.
I
And,
have seen that. Yeah.
that's
Is
right.
anybody like tackling each other really hard recently?
Oh yeah, listen, our captain is like the best tackler on the team.
Yeah.
Like
he
I'm a
is.
wing player, so like I tend to be more on offense. I'm not doing much of the tackling. I'm doing more of the like wing stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let me tell you, our captain is like the hardest tackler. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
hate
is.
lining up next to our captain because damn, Hicks like got a hit that's just gonna take you down.
Yeah, Hick does.
We
He-
call it getting hicked.
getting hicked. Wow.
He kicks like a motherfucker. Let me tell you.
He does kick like a motherfucker. Yep.
Yeah, so he's got some strong tackling. He's got those good fundamentals. I think that and like I'm really excited that he's the captain right now
Yeah.
because He was definitely he's going to do better than our old captain Wilson, who
Wilson,
he was
yeah.
a good guy, but he just didn't have it. But
Well,
this year
didn't
we're
he
really hitting
also
our
turn into a
fundamentals.
volleyball of some sort?
Yeah, he turned into a volleyball, and it was just a magic thing gone wrong. A couple
Yeah,
of the
that
guys were
kinda
just digging
happens.
around, and they were like, "Oh, look, I got my ball's bigger than yours," and then he turned into a volleyball. So we hang him up. He's up on the shelf now. He gets to watch us practice.
Oh,
Because the bet, we
fantastic.
haven't figured out how to turn him back yet. But
Yeah, unfortunate. Well, Brad, this has been fantastic. I enjoy always speaking to you, but I actually have to get to my advisor.
all right, cool. Keep it tight.
Yeah, of course. And she clicks off the recorder that she had been recording on in her pocket and goes, I thought I would get something juicier than that. And she'll flutter down to where her advisor is.
Your advisor, Professor Belhor Lysander, he tends to bounce around a lot. No one kind of knows which part of the university he actually teaches. His classes range all over the place. Right now, he's teaching moral philosophy. He's a tall elven man, very fine features, a jawline that could just cut you right in half,
Mm-mm.
and short tousled hair. And you step in to his office. It's very neat, very clean.
Mhm.
And he smiles as you come in and says, "Hi, Viridian, yes?"
Vivi,
Ah,
please.
yes, Vivi. Thank you so much. So this is what year is Vivi?
Vivi is the same year as Rainy, so third year.
Third year. You see that he sort of looks at the little sheet in front of him and says, "Okay, journalism. Very fascinating choice. In a university such as this, where magic runs rampant, we forget sometimes that the ones who control what the messaging is are the ones who truly hold the power."
It's true.
Well, ultimately, this is just a conversation about what you want to accomplish, and if there's anything that I can help you out with on your journey to achieve what you ultimately desire here.
Okay. So I guess, uh, where have you been before? I know this is, again, your first year in this part of the department.
Yeah, so I've been at Polaris for a long time now. I'm an old elf, you wouldn't tell, but try to change it up, try and keep it fresh. And I'm
Right.
a good teacher, so they keep me around.
Right. Okay. And then she clicks the little recorder. And what would you say are you in this type of work, this particular doctrine right now?
You see that he leans over and grabs your little recording thing and clicks it
Mhm.
and says, "Not every conversation you have, Evie, needs to be an interview. You can just ask about people's day.
Fine.
How are they doing?
How are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm quite well. I had a delicious cup of coffee this morning,
Click.
actually."
Oh, where did you get the coffee from?
He sighs very heavily and says, "If it will make you feel better to remember the words that I give you, then by all means." Why did you want to get into journalism, Vivi?
I mean, it's a long story. She clicks off her recorder.
Oh, you don't want to remember the words you say?
Oh, no,
Very well.
no, I just feel like when you're around so many people all the time, there's always some sort of weird conspiracy thing going on. Especially, my grandmother and I would be around so many different people, and there was always a scandal. I just want to find out what that is. Like, for example, have you noticed that the Bracken Road apple cider has changed flavors recently? What is up with that?
He smiles and he says, "Well, about a month ago, something happened at Bracken Road."
Right. They said a landslide is what they said.
Yes, that is the story that they're sending out, but I'm sure you of all people would know what proper messaging is perhaps not exactly the truth.
Right.
You see, he's just got a light smile on, and he says, "Your propensity to ask questions is quite commendable. And I would hope that with your time here in Polaris that you'll be able to hone in this ability, and maybe not the number of questions you ask, but what you ask about can be fine-tuned and sharpened."
And I think Vivi is also respecting the fact that he's not thrown off by the amount of question that she's asking. So she goes, say, if I had to find something interesting to look into. Do you have anything that I could maybe lead?
Well, I think that's a great question. And I think that you finding the answer to that question is, I think, the first goal that I can put down on this paper to talk about your time here in Polaris. You see that he slides the paper over and under where it says goals. You see he writes down, find the right question.
I guess you do have to do your job, just like I have to do mine. All right.
I will say this is a very old university. It almost seems behind every brick is a new secret.
Well, I'll be interested to find out how many of those I can uncover while I'm here.
You see that he smiles and the door opens, and Rainy, you have a package.
Yep, I do indeed.
Hey,
Oh,
Rainy.
hey, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. We're basically done here.
Dr. Lysander, I just have a package for you from Dr. Thomas.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so
I
much,
just gonna
Rainy.
put it on the desk, yeah.
You work very hard, Rainy.
I try. I don't really have a choice.
You two leave, and I want to cut forward and ask a wild question of the three of you. So the three of you find yourselves together, and I'm curious, why are the three of you currently in the Polaris University version of Detention?
Aw.
I want to discover what put y'all in detention.
No.
Okay, so I have the perfect answer for this. and
Okay.
Vivi wanted to know what was in the package.
Oh my God.
She was asking Rainy how weighty the package was and whatever when we bumped into Hickory and decided to steal it.
More like Hickory was chasing a frisbee
Yeah, well, we bumped.
and bumped into you
yeah, that.
and knocked you both.
We
over
flash back to that
immediately.
scene. You two are talking, and suddenly a frisbee goes over your head, Vivi, and
Whoa, watch out! Whoa!
What? Oh,
Hickory runs into you.
hey.
Hickory, you see Rainy and Vivi standing in front of you.
Can you hand me my frisbee?
Yeah, here you go. Here's your frisbee. Hey, what was in that package? Do you have any idea?
Hang on, Brad. Here's the frisbee.
What's up? Oh, thanks. Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, Brad.
I'm busy.
Hi, Brad.
Hey,
All right,
Brad.
later.
Anyways, yeah, so Dr. Thomas gives me some real vibes because she's like,
She's the worst.
she is.
She's
the
Why do you
worst.
hate her?
Well,
I don't appreciate people that just skirt by and don't actually work.
yeah, Rainy
I wouldn't
had-
know what that's like.
Sure.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about this package. If we can find
While
out.
they're talking,
Uh-huh.
Hickory's gonna open the door to the office.
Because we're still standing
You're
outside
still
the door.
standing.
Yeah.
So you're playing frisbee in the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
I made that very clear.
The halls are big. I did say the
We
halls are
didn't
big.
even
and echo.
leave. We're just
No, no,
right
no.
outside the door.
As-
Okay.
And Bellhor is still in there.
Yeah, he's still there.
If we can just find out what kind of like shit that Dr. Thomas is giving, then we maybe have some strings for her, is what I'm saying. And we look over and the door is open.
Yeah, Hickory, as you open the door, you see that in a classic fashion, you see that the package is still there on the desk unopened. And you see that Professor Lysander is currently preparing for his next class. And he's writing moral philosophy on the board. And his back is to you.
Gosh.
Was
Okay.
Brad walking down the hallway away
He
from
left.
us? He left.
He's leaving. Yeah.
Is he still within far range, perchance?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna say, because I'm gonna try to create a diversion just to try to get Lysander out of his office. I think
Okay.
Rainy's hoping that the sooner she knows there's no arguing with Vivi, and Vivi wants to do this,
Yeah.
and she's gonna be late to a shift if she doesn't just make this happen. So she's gonna use Mystic Tether on
Ooh.
Brad
Okay.
just to like immobilize it, because Brad doesn't know how this shit works. So she's just gonna cast a spell on Brad and then try to get Lysander's help to
Oh my
fix
God.
it.
Tell us about Mystic Tether.
So Mystic Tether is in the Book of Norai, and it's make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. On a success, they're temporarily restrained and must mark a stress.
Oh no. Okay. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and roll.
It's a 19 with hope.
19 with hope. Go ahead and gain a hope. You cast that spell that is successful. What happens to Brad as you cast this spell?
I imagine Brad is maybe like almost mid-step. His strides are, his gait is kind of equal. And so as this spell takes hold and he's just immediately like magically restrained, he just falls straight forward like a plank of wood.
Oh,
Oh, you
Just face
and you
plant
hear
down.
a
Rainy, what did you do?
Rainy, who did not apparently communicate to Hickory
No,
what
I
the plan
didn't.
was.
I'm going to caprine leap over to my friend.
Rainy, knowing Vivi is going to catch on to this really quickly, is going to go, oh my gosh, what happened to Brad?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. Professor.
It's going to look like Hickory tackled Brad.
Brad.
And for starters, Hickory, as you leap up to Brad, you see that he's on the ground. He's busted his nose. He's like, frick, ow,
Dude.
what the fuck was that? Hick, did you do that shit? That's
No.
not fucking cool, man.
I mean, no.
Why can't I move? Am I like this forever?
Yes, I think that's it.
Fuck, no. They always told you not that weird professor always asked me what I do as a backup plan. I always told her to fuck off, and now I have to think of a backup plan. No.
Okay, we're going to invent another sport.
Oh, we're going to invent another sport? What's the sport going to be?
I don't know, but you don't need knees. I know that.
Professor.
Oh, hell yeah. You see that Professor Lysander turns around really confused.
Professor Brad is like hit his head and might be
they
paralyzed for life.
Are they playing in the hallway again?
Of course.
He walks over to Brad.
Brad's down the hallway, far
Brad
range.
is down the hallway.
Yep.
All right,
Okay, far
and
range.
Vivi just flutters in, and she's gonna go ahead and try and open the package.
Very nice. You open the package, and you see that inside is a very well adorned box.
Mhm.
It's got the bold purple of Polaris with a little bit of gold filigree. And the box is open before you, and inside you see a note.
She looks at it and reads it.
You read nonsense. Letters are just kind of across each other, making zero sense. And because you're a journalist, I'll just let you know this is clearly a ciphered note.
Okay. I think she's gonna take out a piece of paper and quickly, like, do an impression on the paper to get the note to pull it kind of out. Like, just like write it back down so she can grab it.
For
Nice,
posterity's
nice, nice.
sake, Rainy is still standing at the threshold of the door
Yeah.
and watching what's happening with the professor and Hickory and Brad down the hall.
We cut over to Hickory.
He's having a hard time.
Hickory, what are you trying to do to help Brad right now?
He's trying to lie, but he's not very good at lying.
Okay. What's Hickory saying right now?
Oh my god, I accidentally tripped you and tackled you for the frisbee that's right there.
Wow, you tackled me. Why'd you do that, man? You almost broke my legs. I can't feel anything now. You tackled me so hard, I can't move the rest of my body.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Hickory, you feel a hand on your shoulder as Professor Lysander says, now, Hickory, what happened here?
I wanted the frisbee that he was running away with, and I ran at him. It was instinct. This is all I do.
And you felt it was appropriate to fully tackle him?
You don't understand. I have one job.
He kind of squeezes your shoulder and says, Hickory,
Keep looking here. Yes.
I can recognize a mystic tether. And I know that
A
that's
what?
beyond you. So would you like
Damn.
would you like to explain exactly what's going on?
I am so sorry
What are you sorry for, Hickory?
for not tackling Brad.
Okay. Okay, we feel sorry about that. Okay,
Yes.
interesting. And he turns around to look at his office.
No, look.
At the door wide open.
Oh.
And we cut forward to detention. And
Oh my god.
so, Rainy, since you're
Oh my
proctoring detention,
gosh,
I'm curious.
yeah.
It's probably not actually detention here. It's probably something more magic themed. But I'm curious, what is the form of punishment common here in Polaris University?
What would the Polaris University equivalent of banging out erasers be?
Banging out a
That,
Are you?
that was a very long
We just
time.
really dated ourselves again. That's just the theme
Okay,
here.
in IRL, in a world where whiteboards don't exist yet, people used to use chalk on blackboards.
Yes. Yeah,
It's
we
true, they
we
would.
understand,
And
honey.
you'd have to go outside and bang the
Is
erasers
this
to get
something you-
chalk dust out.
Is this something you had to do?
Yes. Who didn't have to do this?
I don't think I ever had to.
I don't think I
like,
went to detention.
I was such a good
seriously
kid.
a rebel.
Oh, I think in many ways there's something very tactile about it. And so I think
There's
that-
something mundane.
something mundane. Yeah. It's still chalk, but it's purple
Oh,
nice.
instead of
Yeah.
that's like the standard color.
That's it.
Uh,
And,
yeah.
And we're not allowed to use magic. That's the
key.
That's the key.
Yeah.
They actually, it was another failed experiment. And so now the erasers actually are anti-magic. And so if you try to write anything with magic, they actually won't be able to get it off. So you have to actually bang out the erasers.
While we're like bumping erasers, I guess.
Oh, I don't know that I like the way you said that.
Bumping erasers. No. We bang
We
erasers.
should play
Bang
patty cake with our
erasers.
erasers.
Vivi is actually gonna sit down and take out her thing and go, "Hey, Rainy, do you want to see this note that was like clearly cryptographed?"
Wait,
that-
you actually saw what was in the box?
Of course, I actually saw
Hell
what's in
yes.
that.
What was in the box?
Well,
Wait, I want to see.
I made this impression of the letter.
Oh, it's letters. Never mind.
Don't worry, you can't read anyway. So
Yes, I can. I can read. I can't read that.
Well, neither can I, and I can read. So this is clearly a cipher of some sort.
Yeah.
So they are doing something nefarious.
Have I seen anything like this before, this cipher?
Make a knowledge check for me, Rainy.
Cool. I'm going to use my arcane cram session experience too.
That would make a lot of sense with this.
It
actually.
would indeed. That is a with fear 16.
16.
With fear.
With fear?
With fear.
I'm gonna say you have seen this before because Dr. Tomez would have given you notes to keep. I probably did hide them at first. It was a little careless. And I think the memory of that comes back of just another example of Delilah just sort of using you as an errand cat. And I
Yeah.
think you're going to take one stress from having to relive.
Oh.
Great.
But you definitely have seen this before. She sends this pretty much only to a few specific individuals, to Professor Lysander for one.
Mhm.
And the other one that she would send these things to is Professor Costello, who is sort of a lead researcher in the Novosite research.
Mm.
I'm going to say because you rolled a 16,
Mhm.
I'm going to say that you haven't been able to decode it yet.
Okay.
You think that there's some kind of word that you need to crack it.
Okay.
Like you need a keyword, but you haven't been able to figure out that word yet. As you're sort of standing there pondering this note, you hear a crash. You hear the sounds of magic and a struggle. And there sounds like some kind of fight going on near y'all.
In the hallway?
Maybe in the hallway. It seems to be coming from the hallway. Whether it's in the hallway or not, you're not sure. But you hear a scream as Professor Foswald's voice
Oh.
screams. What do y'all do?
Rainy, can we be dismissed from detention since you're working
Hickory's
this?
already leaving.
And this is clearly an emergency. Let's just
He's
go.
out of here. Bye.
But before Rainy leaves, she's going to go and straighten up the erasers real quick and then follow her friends out.
All right.
Hickory running out first. You look down the hall, and sure enough, you see that a couple of doors over, there's some doors that are open, and you see flashes of magic coming from inside of it.
Professor Foswald?
Hickory, as you bust in, what room are you in right now?
It looks something like a laboratory.
A laboratory.
Yeah.
You're in a laboratory. It is
There's like bits and bobs everywhere. Chemicals that he doesn't know.
beakers and flasks.
Yeah.
Classic, like glass tubes kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
You're in one of these research labs, and it is chaos in here. Things are broken. The shelves are all amok. And lying on the floor, dead as a doornail, is one Professor Foswald. And as you discover this dead body, that is where we're going to end this session
Why?
of
Why?
Daggerheart.
I knew I shouldn't have sat at this table.
No, that's right. A mystery is afoot
Aw.
and on our hands. Thank you so much for joining me in Polaris. I can't wait until next time when we discover what else is afoot. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Shout out to Darrington Press for making such a good game. Thank you all so much for listening. If you haven't yet, highly recommend it. Would mean it from the bottom of my heart. You could go to your podcast app of choice, leave us a 5-star review.
5
We
stars.
read every single one. They make us smile. They make us laugh. It really goes a long way to help us. And we're excited for this session of D-Sides with our 2 new table mates.
Yeah.
And, we'll still say squawk. Even though it's a D-side, we'll still say squawk on 3 for sure. And so with that being said, squawk on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Squawk.
Nice. Hey, it's a podcast.